Hey everybody, and welcome to our Monday live stream. Today is the 11th, and we're going to be continuing working in Jasmine's original book here. As always, if you're watching the playback, feel free to skip ahead. We'll spend the first 5 minutes or so saying hi to everybody joining, and also if you want to follow along with the chat, there will be a live free chat available down below. Hi Kimberly! Wow, you're on quick. First one. How are you today, hon? Hi Becky! So I figure while we wait for everybody to join, I'm still torn on the dress, so we'll take some tracing paper and just gonna try out the two colors that we're kind of thinking of. Hi Charlotte! Oh, that sounds nice, Kimberly. Well, I cuddled the crap out of Miss Lilo this morning, so we'll see if she comes and bugs us. Okay, so the two colors we were torn between. See, we were thinking either green or purple, and I'm also kind of thinking gold would look nice too now. Hi, Anne. Oh, I'm glad you got a notification for it. Oh, that sounds fun, Becky. That's okay, lurk away. Thanks for being here. So let me just pick out a couple base colors here. So if we go gold, it'll kind of be like a yellow ochre color. So I'll grab that out. And then if we go purple, I don't think we'd want to go blue purple because of her hair. It'd blend in too much. We'll see. I don't know. Well, let's go with the Daxazine purple hue. We'll try a blue purple, see how it looks. And then the other one was green, so if we went with that, it'd probably be like a cobalt turquoise color. So now we've just got to kind of block those colors on here and see how they look against everything else. Of course, when we actually color it, it's going to look way better. So we probably don't even have to do the whole dress. We could probably just do the top here and see how that looks with all the colors. Hi, Robin. That's okay, lurk away. Oh, that's awesome, Kimberly. So I'm not sure I'm actually liking the green. If we went a little bit darker, of course, and put some blues in there, it would look a little bit better, but I'm not really sure. Let's try the purple. Purple's not too bad. It does kind of blend in quite a bit, though. Me too, Charlotte. I don't know what I'd do without my tracing paper. Honestly, I really don't. can, there's the gold. I actually do kind of like that. It doesn't make it look quite so goth though. Now let's see if I can zoom you guys in here. And then you guys can help me decide. The only issue with using tracing paper is it does kind of fog it up a little bit, so it's kind of hard to see. So kind of go by the top here. So that's what the gold would look like. That's what the purple would look like. I'm gonna get it to focus in here. And then this is what the green would look like. So what do you guys think? Let me know which one you guys vote for. We'll just go with majority because honestly, I don't know. I'm not very good at making decisions today. Aww. I hope she feels better soon, Anne. That sucks. I just read, was it Charlotte? Yeah, Charlotte's comment to Robin about red, and that kind of sparked an idea. So, let's try one more color here. I'm not sure I like that either. That's true, Anne, and we probably will. That's just one base layer, and it'd probably be the lightest color. It would definitely be a lot darker and have more depth and look better for sure. Okay, so we got one vote for gold. Oh, 2 for gold. I just finished a picture with gold on it. I'm trying to think of which one it was. So maybe I can steal the combination from it. Let's see if I can find it here. Oh, actually, I think it was this one. Let's see if I can grab it. Okay, let's see here. So I just finished this picture not too long ago. So we'll probably go with a really similar gold to that, but we'll make it darker, I think. Her wings will probably be black, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking black. I'm probably going to leave those for last, just because I'm torn between doing black or white, but I think with the colors, it'd be black. Hi Rachel, thanks for joining. Me too, Kimberly. That was, actually, I started off by coloring the dragon and I hated it until I got all the other colors in there. And now I like it. I'm not like in love with it or anything, but it turned out okay. Hi, Amberly. Yeah, I'm thinking that too, and they'd make her pop out a little bit more. Hi, May. How are you, hon? Okay, so I'll just get those colors out then. Put these ones away here. I swear I've been taking pencils in and out of this case like crazy. I've been trying to catch up on all my color combinations, get them off my phone and into my book, and oh my goodness, it is a task. Hi, Carrie! I like dragons too. Quite a bit, I'd say. Okay, so since you want to make this darker, I don't think I want to bring black into it, but I want to go pretty close. So maybe... I'm going to grab sepia, I think. That's just the one that stands out to me the most. So I'm going to grab that, and the green ochre for sure. It's kind of the same color that we had in our moon there. So we want her dress to look similar to the moon, but not exactly the same. Okay, so we've got green ochre. I think from there we'll go straight to the artichoke. And then, yeah, maybe a little bit of yellow ochre and cream, and we'll leave it at that. Hopefully that works out. And I might regret this, but I'm not going to test it out. I'm just going to dive right on it. Oh, we already have paper behind it. Perfect. Okay, let's just catch up on chat here quick. Ew, snow. It definitely looks like winter here. We still don't have a whole lot of snow, but we've got quite a bit.
Mommy?
Yeah.
I need charger.
Where's Daddy?
He's in the bedroom.
Okay, we'll go ask your dad, honey. I'm a little bit busy.
Oh, Shaka, I don't remember.
Yeah, I love you. It's so funny how kids do that. Rain was literally in the kitchen the other day, and I'm in here. My Carbon walks all the way in here to ask me for a glass of water while Rain's in the kitchen. Oh, thanks, Carrie. Yes, likes would be greatly appreciated. Thank you. Okay. So, just trying to decide whether I want to start with a lighter color or just dive right on in with the dark color. Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly how it is, May. And he does that too. He'll go ask his dad. He'll be like, "Where's Mom?" And then he'll come ask me, "Can I have this?" Or he'll ask Rain for something and Rain will say yes. And then he'll come and ask me. It's like, well, if you already asked your dad, why are you asking me? Yeah, it'll probably never end. Yeah, that's a great website, Rachel. I love doing those, especially if you limit your colors to those designs. Or to the colors in the designs, I mean. They always look really good. Kind of like a challenge, but super fun. So I'm just going to sharpen these pencils here. That's usually, if people get stumped on what to do for challenge in the Hannah Lynn group, that's usually what our go-to. We'll just pick a design from the design seeds and kind of go with that and use it as a challenge. Okay, so I think I'm going to start off dark. So I'm going to go in with the sepia and we'll put in our shadows. So it's one thing that I still kind of struggle with is the folds in clothing. So we're just going to kind of wing it and hope for the best. Well, we are doing Kirby next. So, depending on which book is chosen, it could possibly be a dragon. I think he's got a couple in his books. So I'm just going in behind these lines on her sleeve here. Just kind of a medium pressure and then fading it out. Maybe a little bit behind this bird too, I think. And then we'll do the same thing here, just kind of go in behind the lines. Maybe a little bit behind her sleeve here. I think there'd be a little bit of a shadow there. Hi, Connie. Thanks for joining. Oh my goodness, Anne. Which one? The 2-page spreads scare me. But they're so pretty, and there's so many in his books. I can only think of one 2-page spread that I've done, and that was the gnomes in Mythomorphia. Or not the gnomes, the dwarves. Hi, Selena. Hope everybody's well today. Oh, the Kraken. I think Dee Dee did that page. It was beautiful. The underwater world. I think I know which one you're talking about. I don't think there's one page that I don't love in Mythomorphia. There's some that I'm less excited to color, but mostly just because of the detail. But I love seriously every single one of them. Oh, Rachel, I've seen that book. You're crazy. I couldn't, oh my gosh, I couldn't even. I'd probably color 3 items in that book and I'd be like, nope, that's enough for today. I think the amount of detail would drive me crazy. Oh, and I just realized here, there's this little bit behind her wing. I'll have to fix that. That was supposed to be blue. For the most part, I'm just going in and just randomly adding, well, not really randomly. I have a little bit of idea where these shadows are going to be, but hi, Dorothy. It's so awesome that you get to lurk at work. I love how that rhymes. Okay, this bit right here would be dress too, right? It's kind of an odd placement. Just gonna skip it for now. I'm just going to hop off for a second and look at my reference picture for this. Okay, yeah, she colored it as dress, and then just want to see where she put her shadows here, and they look good, so I'm just going to mimic it. When in doubt, looking at a colored version of the picture you're working on is always super helpful, especially to see what things are. So who all here saw Sammy's Shop With Me video? Uh-oh, my phone's buffering. Is anybody else? Okay, good. It must just be my YouTube again. Oh, that's awesome, May. I am so jealous. I wish we had that store here. There's so many things that she showed in the video that would look great in my art room. And the prices too. We pay an arm and a leg for craft stuff here. Charlotte, I find that sometimes I have the same issue. You might want to close your YouTube and then come back on. I find sometimes it places you a little bit behind the stream. Or would it be in front of? No, it would be behind, because then some people are on and you don't see them. I get that at Nick and Tina's streams all the time. I usually find that I have to leave and come back about 3 times, and then it seems to be kind of caught up. Just nothing but problems with YouTube lately. It's crazy. Me too, Charlotte. Her excitement like makes me get excited over things that I normally wouldn't. No, we don't either. Nothing like that. We get like the straight arts and crafts supplies, but a lot of them are they're still not even that good, actually. I wish, Kimberly. Okay, I'm gonna switch to the green ochre now. And I'm gonna come in over top of the sepia. Still just kind of using that medium light pressure. I don't want to burnish the page too much because I'm not sure if this is going to be dark enough. We might still come in with black. We'll have to see. But I do want some super dramatic shadows on her dress. Because of course this is a gorgeous dress. We got to play it up a little bit. Hopefully it's better. I don't know. I find it usually helps me. I've definitely noticed that issue a few times. really great if my YouTube would stop buffering. I don't know why it plays up like that. I'm going to try hopping off and then back on and see if that helps. Oh, that sucks, Kimberly. It's about the same for me. If I want anything, I usually have to travel about an hour and a half. And even then, it's still limited. What's up, kiddo?
Now I want to see your picture. Oh, you're beautiful.
Thank you.
Who is that guy?
She's a girl, and I don't know.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. I see.
Little brat. He's still been shut in the house for the most part. It's still pretty cold here. I cannot wait for the first warm day. I'm gonna throw him outside and he can just stay out all day. Of course, I wouldn't make him, but he would. He would be outside from the time the sun came up to the time it went down with no complaints. He's just crazy lately. It's very temperamental though too, but I think that comes with the territory of being an almost 5-year-old. I like how you say that, Anne. I don't think mine would be too happy either. But he knows about like everywhere I go because technically he drives me everywhere, so I don't drive. Not yet anyways. Yeah, we don't let him play a whole lot of games. He gets usually 2 hours maximum game time a day. Lately, we've been a little bit lenient with him, letting him have a little bit more just because he's been trapped in the house and not been able to go outside. So for a kid like him who loves being outside, I kind of understand the boredom, but yeah, on a good day, he doesn't get much game time at all. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I could understand that. See, if it was rain though, I'd be like, you can leave me here for like 3 hours, go do your own thing, I'll see you later. Okay, I don't think this is going to be dark enough, so I am going to grab the black. Yeah. Yep. So what I'm going to do with this, I don't want too much shadow, so I'm only going to put it, I should say we've got quite a bit of shadow, but I don't want too much super dark shadow, so I'm only going to put a little bit in where I think the shadows would be the very darkest. So in around her sleeves, kind of darken up those little lines a little bit. I'll do the bottom side of this piece right here. Oh, that's awesome, Kimberly. Yeah, exactly. Get out of here, go do some man things, enjoy yourself, come back later. We usually go to Michael's, and Rain's usually pretty good about it, but eventually he does. He gets like, can we go yet? I definitely like how that's looking. Hi, Jody. Aw, hi, Mini Boss. Evernote app. Okay. I'm gonna need to hear about this. What is it? Actually, I think we all need to hear about it. That sounds amazing. You mean I can save combinations off my phone without having to put them in a book? Because that would save a lot of time. Okay, I think that's looking a little bit better. Ah, this one's really interesting. I'm gonna have to check that out. Sounds like it could be useful for a lot of different things. Okay, I do want to go back in with the green ochre. I think I'm done with the sepia, but I'm gonna go in with the green ochre, kind of over these shadows. We'll go over the black a little bit, just to kind of dull it down. I'm using a little bit of a firmer pressure now, still kind of a medium to firm pressure. I'm not completely burnishing the page, but I'm really getting that color in there. Oh, thanks, Jody. Oh my goodness, you whiner. What is up with you, huh? Hi, little man. Come here. Oh, good morning. Did you just wake up? Oh, you're so cuddly. Mr. Stitch came to hang out with us. More like eat food. He just woke up from a nap. Now he's got to fill his big tummy again. actually, I'm going to grab my black here quick, and I think I want a shadow just alongside this bit here. Hopefully this turns out good. I always doubt myself when I'm doing fabric. I find that's like one of the hardest things to accomplish. Yeah, here comes the brat. He's not as bad as Lilo though. He's not as cuddly, so he doesn't come interrupt as much as she will. But I think she's probably having a cat nap somewhere too, so. I cuddled with her quite a bit this morning, so she should be pretty content for a while. What are you doing? You can't get in the closet. You're not allowed in there. Sorry, dude. There's a big Christmas garland in there. They've been trying to get at it ever since Christmas. They want to eat it. Okay, I think we're good for the green ochre. I'm going to start by adding a little bit of artichoke. We'll see how that looks. Okay, I do like that. So still not quite burnishing the page, but I'm going to go over everything that I've colored and then bring it out some. I'm going to try to leave highlights where I can. So that already, you can kind of tell it changes the color up quite a bit. Wait, well come on then. Oh, you want me to move this stuff? Okay. Give me kitty kitty. It's good, come on. Why are you just looking at me like that? Hey, big boy. No, hey, stop scratching that. You're not getting in there. You just need some pets to help you feel better. And now you want out. Okay. Go ahead. Aww. It's unfortunate, Kimberly. I hope he's okay. I know I'm still waiting on my inheritance money to get stitched out with. My expensive kitty cat. he seems to be okay. Still eating, still playing. Noticed he's lost a little bit of weight, but he can stand to lose a few pounds anyways, so I'm not too concerned yet. Not that I can do anything about it yet anyways, but thankfully he's a trooper. Yeah. Okay. So I don't even know if I want to add the yellow ochre now. Let me just see the tone of this color. It might be okay. Let's just kind of add it slowly here to see. Okay, it's actually not that bad. It's not as bright as I thought it was. So we can add this in. I'm just going to really lightly just push this in on the highlights. And then what I'm going to do is straight away I'm going to go over it with the cream, and I'm going to use this to kind of burnish everything together. So I'm just going to use those small little circles, pushing fairly firm on the paper. I don't actually have to push too hard because this paper is close to being burnished anyways, just with layering. This will blend everything together and make it look smooth. And if we want, we could even go in later on with some little dots just to make it appear super glittery, which I think would be super pretty. How do I do what, hun? Also, if you have Instagram or Facebook, feel free to send me a message. Seriously, if anybody wants to show me their cats, I could look at cat pictures all day. I even, I made the, sorry, switching back to yellow ochre, I made the, I guess the store clerk at the pet shop kind of seem like an idiot, because she told Rain that this one cat was a Russian blue, and then he was kind of describing the cat to me. I was like, that doesn't sound like a Russian blue, that sounds like a British short hair. So I pulled up a picture and showed it to him, and he's like, yeah, he's like, that was the cat. I was like, yeah, that's a British short hair. So I went in later on just to tell that lady, just so she didn't tell anybody else that the cat was a Russian blue and looked kind of like an idiot. Okay, and again, switching back to the cream. She couldn't believe it either. But they do look very similar. The only difference really is the British short hairs are usually more chunky, and they kind of have, I like to kind of call them like the pug version of cats, because their faces are kind of pushed in a little bit. I'm glad we went with gold. I'm really liking this. I think this was the way to go. Here, let me put the spelling in. Okay, so that's my name there, and you'll know it's the right profile because when you go to the profile, it will have Dream in Color in brackets. So that's how you'll know it's me. And I don't really know, hun. I just kind of, I watched a lot of videos and I just kind of learned. And then once you do get the hang of it, it's fairly simple. Okay, switching back in with the yellow ochre. Again, we'll just really lightly go over these highlights. And then back in with the cream. Hi, Charlotte. Perfect, hon. I'll add you after the stream. Oh, actually, that's you right there. I can just add you right there. Perfect. Okay. So there's the dress, and oof, got little Lilo hairs everywhere, and they stick. Goodness, she's got that clingy hair. So you could probably do her necklace with the same colors. So I'm just going to grab the green ochre. I'm going to come in on either side. I'm not going to worry about those little circles. I'm just going to color right over them. So coming in on either side, and then I'm going to grab the black. I'm going to touch it in just on the very edges of each side. Go back in with the green ochre, kind of burnish that black, bring it out. Okay, and then we can switch to the artichoke. We can burnish the green ochre and bring it out. The only reason why I'm burnishing so soon is because this is such a small area that you're not really going to fit much in there. So then yellow ochre, will just lightly go over that highlight and finish it off with cream. Okay, bye May. Take care, hun. Okay, sorry guys, got a message from Hannah there. I just have to read that quick. Is there anything else we want to be gold on here? I'm thinking the buckles on her boots for sure. So I think what I'm going to do there, this little part here, that probably wouldn't be gold, would it? It's the part that kind of holds the strap in place. It's usually not metal, it's usually the same color as the boots, I think. So with the green ochre, I'm just going to come in on either side of these little bits. Maybe a little bit on the center one as well. We'll switch to the artichoke, kind of bring it out a little bit. And then in with the yellow ochre, just really lightly. I do want to put some black in there too though. So just on either sides of these where the buckle kind of comes out from behind, we'll add just a little bit of black. And then we can go ahead with the cream and just go over and blend that all together. Actually, let's put a little bit of black in on this one as well, because it'd be kind of disappearing through the strap, I think. Oh, he is beautiful, Kimberly. Oh, what a sweetie. Thanks for showing me. Okay, so I think what I want to do now actually going to grab my paint here and finish up this background quick. So just give me 2 minutes, guys. Okay. Always losing my brushes. Always. There we go. So do 1 coat now. We need 2 coats on it, and then we can kind of start in on the background a little bit while we wait for this to dry. So this is the same paint that I used last stream. It's the Apple Barrel Cobalt Blue. Okay, let's put that aside, let that dry. And while we're waiting for that to dry, we can kind of start in at the bottom here and start adding a little bit to the background. Oops, sorry, kind of bumped the camera. It might shake there a minute. Okay, so I want the black for sure, and then Indian Throne Blue, which is one of my go-tos. The pencil's getting pretty small now, which kind of makes me sad. Okay, and probably need another color in there too. I'm kind of thinking ultramarine actually. So I'll grab that one. That's one that I don't use very often. Actually, I don't think I've ever used it. So start with that and then we'll kind of see. I kind of want to blend these up into the blue. So I kind of want them to match the background blue eventually. So hopefully that ultramarine will do trick. We'll have to see. I'm just going to go ahead and sharpen these. This ultramarine has never been sharpened yet before. Okay. So starting in with the black, I'm going to bring this around the grass. I'm not sure how high we want to take this, so we'll just kind of go around the grass for now. And this paint actually doesn't have too bad of a tooth. I was a little bit worried about that, but it seems to be holding the pencil just nicely. I think I've got birds on my roof right now. Something's up there. Okay. Let's bring it up a little bit. Probably just slightly above this bird's back, I think. We don't want to bring it too far up because her wings will most likely be black, so we don't want them to blend into the background too much. So I'm just going to lighten up my pressure here and just kind of fade it up into the paint. It doesn't have to be quite as neat as if you were coloring on paper because it'll blend a little bit easier. And another thing, you don't have to worry about getting the background to be straight black. I still have little bits of blue peeking through, and I'm totally fine with that. And then we also don't want the black to be at the same level everywhere, because otherwise it looks kind of funny. Hey, Bevan. So do the same thing on this side. Let's see, so we stopped it right about here. I'm gonna go, I think, a little bit higher on this side just because we can. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay. Sorry, just want to message Connie back. She sent me a picture of her kitty. Lots of kitties. I want them all. I go to the pet store all the time just because they foster cats in there. And I love to go and play with them. They're so cute. And then I come back smelling like other cats, and Lilo and Stitch give me the stink eye. So again, we want it to be darker in at the bottom. And then we'll kind of fade it upwards. Not quite yet though. I'm thinking, I kind of want like a little bit of a curve here. So I'm thinking, bring it up to about here. Kind of curve it down here. Yes.
Hello, guys.
Oh, you're not in the right thing. That's. Oh, how do I get out of there now? Silly guy. Okay, here we go.
Ooh, that's locked.
Yeah, that's lots. That's all you're getting today too. Love you. Birds will need a few more colors than the black. We could do those next though, I think. Okay, so once we've got that black line in there, we can kind of start fading it out a ways. Just gonna darken this up down here as much as I can. And then we'll start fading it. Kind of like that. I love that his name is Stitch too. He's so cute. He looks like my Stitch except lighter. It's cute that they're both tabbies. Okay, so next coming in with the Indian Throne blue. For some reason this blue is actually looking darker than the black is. I don't understand that. But oh well, we'll continue on with it, and I want to bring this up quite a ways. Thanks, Connie. Oh, I definitely need to look into that, Charlotte. That's awesome, Kimberly. I bet you'd have quite the bond with him then. Let's see, I wonder if I can find a color kind of in between the Indian Throne Blue and the Ultramarine. Actually, let's just try a tiny bit of the ultramarine here, see how dark it is. Yeah, that kind of matches with the blue quite a bit. But actually, I think what we might do is we can always use a lighter blue up at the top. So this will work out good, actually. So I don't want the background to look too blocky. So I kind of want to have a little bit of variation in it. So we'll color in this space. Bring this side up to match. And then right about just past this bird's tail here, we'll start fading it out. Aww. Oh, he's an old kitty, hey? It's awesome that he's stayed with you for so long. Right. I'm just gonna grab my eraser here. I'm gonna have to go back in and touch that up. I got blue on it. So I'm just gonna grab the cream. Actually, I should be able to, oh, no, maybe not. Sorry, green ochre. That's the color I want, not the cream. Green ochre, and then over top with the cream to lighten it. There we go. I think the youngest kitten I ever had, if I had to guess how old he was, I'd say 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks old. Somebody left him on our farm. Still in with the Indian Throne Blue here. So someone left him at our farm, and my mom found him. He was in a culvert, which is basically a big pipe in the ground. He's just kind of hiding out in there. So he's crying his little head off. So my mom went and grabbed him and brought him to me, of course, because I'm like crazy cat person. And I swear after the first 3 days of having that cat, I was almost ready to give up on him because all he did was whine and cry. But I'm so thankful that I didn't because we had such a great bond. He was the sweetest cat ever. We never got him fixed or anything because he'd just kind of wander. He'd always go outside. We always lived on farms or in towns that were super tiny where the animals were allowed out with no problem. And he turned into this big tomcat, and his whole life he had this little blanket. I think it's kind of like, I don't know quite how to explain it, but there's little tufts sticking out of it in like a pattern, and that was his absolute favorite blanket. He would find one of the tufts and he would suck on it and knead, and even as a big old tomcat he would do that. It's the cutest cat ever, so cuddly. And he's just straight black. He looked like a mini panther. Let's see. I don't want to bring this side up too much further than the other side. Maybe right about here. Maybe Just put a little bit of this blue in at the bottom here and fade it out just to give this little area a little bit of interest as well. Other than that, you can come back over and just kind of darken this all up down here. I'd just keep going over it until you're happy with it. You're not going to be able to get it a completely solid color if you used paint underneath those. So. Okay, switch back to this side. Now in with the ultramarine. Now you might argue that we don't really need to do this considering the ultramarine is pretty much the exact same color as the paint in the background, but I'd still recommend doing this because this is how you're going to blend your colors together, and also because going over the paint with pencil changes the texture. So you don't really want all down here look different and then all of a sudden up here it changes. I am just going to lightly go over everything down here too though, just because for some reason this pencil is changing the texture a little bit. Don't know why, but it is, so we'll just kind of go with it. Oh my goodness, I just realized that I have been on Top Chat for I don't even know how long. I'm sorry if I missed anything, guys. Okay. So there is this bottom side completely done. We should be able to do our second coat on here. Okay. So now we can come over on this side, but I'm going to introduce a new color. And, okay, we've got two options here. We can do the glow around the moon kind of gold, which I think would look better, or we could do it white, which I'm not sure how it would look. I think we should probably stick to gold. Just not sure what color I would use. Let's maybe grab the cream. I'll touch it in here and kind of see how that looks. Yeah, I think that's the color that we'll use. So I want to start off with that cream really solid in around the moon. And we'll kind of fade it out. door. Oh, I got two cats at the door. You guys coming in? Come here, Lilo. In or out, girl? Come on. Get in here. You are such a brat. She sits there, looks in the art room, starts licking her paw, and then I go to grab her and she ran away. Mine aren't that smart, but they're both pretty cute. They both, if they want in a door, they reach up and touch the doorknob and meow, and that's how they ask. Okay, so now that we got our glow in, we'll go in with the ultramarine. Okay, in with that cream. I just want to lightly, very lightly kind of go over it. And then I'll switch back to the cream and just very lightly fade it into the blue. So you'll be able to see a little bit better once we get to this area here. Oh yeah, the closet's open, is it? No, you cannot eat that. You're such a brat. You want out now? Alright, go on. Well, in or out? I'm gonna pick. The door's not staying open. You're just gonna lay out here? Okay, you stay. Okay. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining, hun. Thanks, Connie. I'm hoping we can keep it that way. It gets a little tricky sometimes. So I'm just going to start in kind of heavy, just not touching the glow, but just around it. And for now, we'll just bring this down. Get everything down below done first. And again, this pencil for some reason kind of changes the texture. I'm not sure if I can show you guys what I mean by that. So I don't know if you can see it, but where I've colored in with the ultramarine, it kind of takes away the grainy look. So that's why I'm going to go over everything.
I want a border like this shape border.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe I can get it to stretch a bit there.
Let's see about that. Love you. So my solution to that is pretty much just go over everything with this pencil. That way it all kind of looks cohesive. And just doing big circles, just to somewhat blend everything in. I think maybe it's because this pencil is kind of scratchy, so I think it kind of pushes the colors down a little bit more into the paint than the other ones have. I could be wrong, but that's my theory. Okay, so next, coming up into this glow, I'm just going to very, very lightly work my way into it. Just lightening up more and more as I get closer, or as I get further into the glow. Just very, very light. And then we can switch to the cream and kind of do the same thing, except just a little bit firmer pressure, so more kind of like a medium pressure. We'll just kind of work our way into that blue a little bit, and then slowly fade out the pressure. Just like that. I think that turned out really good, actually. So what do you guys do for President Day in the US? Thanks, Charlotte. For us, it's Family Day. So I think up here, I'm going to do the same thing. Just going to go in with my cream and we'll start putting in that glow. And the only thing that we have to kind of try and think about is we got to try and keep it kind of around the same size as we did at the bottom of the moon. Doesn't have to match exactly, but as long as it looks similar, that's all that matters. Again, I'm going fairly firm right near the moon, and then bringing it out and then fading it out. I'm bringing it out just a little bit further just to blend our blue into, but for the most part I'm stopping it right around here. And then I think I'm just going to finish this off with the ultramarine. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see. Here we go. The background here, this is paint. But we're going over it with pencil. So far we've already done the bottom, and now we're just kind of finishing up the top half of it. But yeah, I wouldn't have been able to do this glow around the moon if it was pencil in the background. It would not have looked like that. You're welcome. That's one of the main reasons that I love using acrylic paint. Well, actually, no. The main reason that I love using acrylic paint is because it's way faster. But being able to go over it with pencil and do kind of cool techniques and stuff is definitely a major benefit. Let's sharpen this a little bit. Are you guys having trouble staying in frame today, apparently? Then again, I'm always bad for that. It's the one downfall about coloring is it makes you kind of super, what's the word I'm looking for? Super kind of relaxed and entranced by it that you kind of forget what's going on around you sometimes. Ooh, Charlotte, I think you're a little bit behind on my video here, hun. Maybe everybody is. I asked that a while ago. That's unfortunate. It's too bad that he doesn't get the day off. I know here for us it's family day, and then the kids, it's pretty much family week, I guess, is what the school has turned it into. So the kids get all of next week off. So the niece and nephew are excited about that. Oh, okay. Same thing as before. I'm gonna, oh, that does not look good. It's one thing I've noticed about Prisma is you get one spot in there that's just more like opaque colored, and then it puts these little lines in there. Let's see if I can get rid of those. Okay. Okay, and then same as before, I'm going to come right up to where it's glowing, and then I'm going to just very lightly kind of blend it in. And then we can switch to our cream. A little bit firmer. Blend it out and fade it out. This bit should be, oh, that's the wrong pencil, don't want to do that. Where did I put it now? Rolled under my pencil case. Hi, Elizabeth! So we should be able to go over that now. I do want to just go over this a little bit more with the cream, kind of push that down a little bit just so the glow doesn't look too kind of spotty. What's with your face? Okay. Back in again with the ultramarine, and we'll just do the same thing over here. So I'm going to bring it in towards that glow, kind of right up to the edge of it, and then I'm going to start just kind of fading it very lightly in. Switch to the cream. Oh, hold on. I'm going to switch back to the ultramarine here. I just want to make this look a little bit more rounder here. There we go. Okay, then we can switch back to the cream and kind of do the same thing. Oh my goodness. Hello. Why are you whining me like that? I swear these cats get offended when I have the door closed. Hello. Oh, here we go. Apparently I didn't cuddle her enough this morning. I can't give you one specifically, Elizabeth, but I do have to say that I've had really good luck with sharpeners from the dollar store. What's your tail? What are you doing? Are you gonna go up on the shelf? Oh, you're so sweet. Hello, pretty lady. You haven't missed much, Kimberly. Our live stream just got hijacked. What's that? Is our neighbor outside shoveling? You're not ticklish today, are you? Hi Tanya, thanks for joining. Just taking a little break here while Lilo gets her cuddles. Okay, well, let's take this time to see what everybody's coloring. What are you guys working on? Ooh, Medusa, I like that page. What color are you doing her, Becky? It's my main problem with that page. I would love to color it, but I can't decide whether to go traditional or kind of just go with my own colors. Ooh, Mysteria. I think I've seen that book recently. That looks beautiful. Oh, that's gonna look awesome, Becky. Makes me want to color it. I don't know what I'm gonna start working on next. Probably a Hannah Lynn one. Continue on my quest to try and finish off her first book. Ooh, yay! I'll definitely be on the lookout. Ooh, the turtle page. That's a big one. I want to follow along with Sammy on that one, but she hasn't finished it yet, so I don't want to start. Are you sleeping? that sounds lovely, Charlotte. Sorry if you can hear my neighbor shoveling out there. I think she's chipping away at ice. Okay. You got to move, girl. But you're so cute. I don't want to move you. Aww. It's good that he's got somebody to look after him. Oh, your fault. Yeah, see, that's why I don't want to start. Because I'm like OCD when it comes to my works in progress. I can only have 3 on the go, pending. There's always one that we're doing on Livestream. If I'm working on a color along or tutorial, I'll allow myself to have another one. But I'm only allowed 1 personal work in progress. And that would be, if I started on Sammy's, that would count. So I wouldn't be able to start anything until I finished it. So I gotta wait till she does it. I'm gonna get on her about that. She's gotta finish that one. Hey Jay. There is a cat, yes. I can't even zoom out for you guys because she's laying on my hands. Well, one of them. Yeah, she's the little live stream hijacker. I thought I cuddled her enough this morning to keep her away for a bit, but apparently I was wrong. Oh, you can't move them. You're so sweet. See, I will never move my cats, usually. I can't say never. I do sometimes if I have to. But if I want them to kind of leave me alone or go somewhere else, I just smother them with love, and eventually they're like, yeah, I'm out of here. I think the only problem is with this one. She will take all the loving you give her. She's not going nowhere. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's 2 of them. She's got her other one here. Oh, she's like, don't touch my paw, Mom. I'm sorry. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna zoom you guys out here for a minute while I can. There goes my swatch book. Okay. You are a brat. You just knock everything over, don't you? Oh, that's awesome, Kimberly. I have to say that I'm not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. I was looking in at the cards at Walmart, looking for one for Rain, and then I noticed the price on them. It's like $8 for a decent card. So I looked at Rain when I came back out to the truck. I was like, I'll make you a deal. If you don't buy me a Valentine's Day card, I won't buy you a Valentine's Day card. He looks at me, he's like, I wasn't planning on it anyways. It's like, yeah, good, okay. You're so sweet. What am I gonna do with you? You're a brat. Yeah, you're a brat. You are. Very cute brat, though. Yeah. Oh, smiles. Those pretty smiles. Oh, well, Michelle, that's just reason to go and spoil yourself with something then. That's what I would do if I was single. Oh, thanks for the kisses. Oh, you're very kissy today. Okay, should we eat some treats? Oh, look at that. Yeah, good look. There you go. Yeah, that won't keep her gone for long, but... Okay, so another question. Should we put stars in the sky or should we leave it kind of as is? I do really like how the background is looking. So if I can push it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, more Lilo hair. Oh, you want out now? Or is your brother on the other side? Okay, bye. And also, I think I'm gonna zoom in. Oh, that's out. And then I'm gonna grab a couple fine liners, just cheap dollar store ones. I'm gonna grab a black, a brown, and then, let's see, I think my Posca pen. No, sorry, not Posca pen, Jelly Roll. My white Jelly Roll, and then if that acts up on me, I'll use the Uniball Signo, I think. It's funny how they demand love like that, huh? When Lilo lays down or lays near me, she always puts her paw around my arm and like digs in a little bit just so I can't move. She's like, nope, you're mine, you're staying, enjoy it. Okay, so just starting with my black here. Just gonna add in some dots around the shadows. And then it's kind of like the same when we're blending and shading because we start off a little bit heavier and then we fade out. Well, I am going to put just a couple dots in the highlighted areas as well. And we'll just start off with this one sleeve so you guys can see how it looks. So next I'm going to come in with the brown. I'm going to kind of do the same thing. I'm going to put it in with the black. Bring it out a little bit farther towards the highlights. And it looks kind of weird right now, but then we come in with our Posca if it wants to work. This one never does. Oh my goodness, kitties. Oh, Lilo. You're bad. You are. Okay. See if we can get this to work here. Okay, so now we can come in with the Posca pen. Nope. Okay. I'm going to switch to the Signo. So we'll come in with the Signo pen. We're going to focus these dots more in the highlights, but we are going to bring them into the shadows as well. Yeah, Connie, they're fine liners. The black and the brown was, anyways. These are pens that don't want to work. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep a sheet beside me here, just kind of rub my pen off on. Hopefully get all that Prismacolor wax off, which will help it hopefully work better. I don't think it helped that I had it near the window, so the ink is probably pretty cold. Okay, you know what? We're gonna use a Posca pen. So Posca pen instead, just gotta be really careful. Yeah, much better, much better. Okay. So concentrated more around the highlights, a couple little dots in the darker areas. And that makes it look super glittery without it actually being glittery. If you want to leave your dress kind of more like a satin kind of look, like how this looks, then go ahead. But I think I want to glitter this dress up. So I'm just going to use the same techniques for the rest. So again, the black is focused more in on the shadowed areas. With just a couple little dots in on the highlights as well, just so everything kind of blends in together. Switch to the brown, again in with the black, and then kind of fade it out towards the highlights. And then in with the white. Mostly in the highlights, but just a few in on the darker areas as well. Especially because that's where the white's more noticeable, so that's where it's going to stand out quite a bit. Right, Connie? This is my absolute favorite way to make it look sparkly. Which book was it in? I think it was Hannah's Halloween book. Just see if I can find the page that I first ever used this technique on. Here, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see. So this is the page that I first tried this technique on. Was her dress, and oh my goodness, it took forever, but it was so worth it. So that's pretty much the same thing we're doing here, except it for some reason just looks way better, I think because it's gold. she's wearing a super pretty evening dress. Yeah, the first person I ever seen use this technique was a guy named Max Steven. And honestly, you guys should check him out on Instagram. He is amazing. He does Disney portraits and stuff, and he colors them with Prismacolor. And oh my goodness, it looks flawless every time. And all of his, like, this looks glittery, but his stuff, just amazing. It looks like he literally took glitter and just threw it on the page, and it's actually glittering and showing on camera. I honestly, just talking about it, I can't do justice to his work. I usually just do tiny dots. I kind of let the pen choose. Where are you going?
Love you.
Love you. Okay. Oh, okay. Love you. Here, let me see if I can just grab his... Well, actually, I probably won't be able to link his Instagram here, but let's see if I can find him, and I'll show you guys. I haven't visited his page in a while, so... Okay, so we might get a glare here. So that's his Instagram there. Here's one of his newest pictures. Where is that actually colored? No, that can't be. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, this is actually, it looks so real. I almost thought this was just a still shot, but yeah, he does absolutely amazing. You wouldn't even be able to tell that these were colored pieces. Let me see if I can find one where he uses glitter. Okay, so like for this one here, her dress, that is done with just little fine liners. Actually, I think it's the Spica glitter pens, but he does the same thing. He uses those little dots. So not only does it appear glittery on camera, but it actually is glittery. So yeah, his work is eye candy. I love, and like for inspiration too, especially with coloring Hannah girls and stuff. A lot of the color combinations that he uses. Yeah, not Max Stevens, Max Stevens. Right? He is incredible. But to answer whose question was that, I think I kind of got a little bit excited and forgot. Okay, Becky, did I answer you or did I? I don't, I've got a bad memory. I apologize. Just in case though, I'll answer you again. So for the most part, I'm just touching the pen to the paper. Whatever the dots that show up, that's what they show up as. Some do kind of look bigger, especially because I'm not very careful with it. So sometimes you're going over the same dot again, which makes it bigger. Sometimes you're barely pressing the pen to the paper. You're going really quick, so you're kind of, it's uncontrolled. So you won't have any dots that look too big, but there is a little bit of difference. But he also has a YouTube channel. I don't know if he's posted anything for quite a while, but he had a tutorial for how to make things look super glittery. Okay, bye Kimberly. I hope everything's okay, hon. And I think if you're interested in his YouTube, although like I said, I don't think he's posted for a long time, I think it's the same as his Instagram name. Or if you go to my channel, and on my channel, there's a thing that says channels, I have him listed there, so you can find him through my channel as well. I've got to update that and add a lot of you to it though. Let's maybe do this up glittery as well. I've got to do them kind of the same. switch to my brown here. Even though it's kind of tedious, it's also kind of relaxing at the same time. Okay, and again, we'll switch to the white. I guess it's kind of like a type of pointillism for sure. Okay, bye Elizabeth, hon. Have a nice day. I think the difference though is because pointillism you're kind of coloring with dots. This, where you kind of are coloring, but you're not really trying to make it look like coloring. I don't know. It is definitely very similar. The same technique anyways. Oh, it's so pretty. I want to dress like this. Oh, too far. So this works out really good. I was going to go over it with stickles, but I'm glad that I did it this way instead. Back in with the black. Stickles is always nice, but I like doing it this way because then when you take your picture to post, it actually shows up as looking super glittery. Whereas, of course, as we all know, using actual glitter, as beautiful as it is, it never shows up unless we take a picture in an awkward way. It might have been Peta. Peta Hewitt did this as well. On a Hannah Girl, actually. Did I? Nope. I need brown. There we go. Not quite ready for the white yet. Okay, Robin. I'll probably see you next time, hun. I'm only on for a couple more minutes. We're gonna finish this glitter on her dress, and then I'm done for the day. I'm gonna make my little one some lunch. That's one thing with he's going through a growth spurt right now, I think. He's been eating like crazy. Between him and his dad, I don't know how we're gonna keep the house stocked. I think I missed something, Connie. What was you? Oh, you mean the other profile? Or I'm confused. Oh, okay. Now we'll switch to that white. And the white is what really makes it glittery. It looks weird until you put the white on it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we'd be broke. Like all the time, always broke. 2 of them is bad enough. I couldn't imagine that many. Okay, and last step. There we go. Okay, let's zoom out. Swear my phone never wants to zoom out properly. There we go. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I am really, really glad that we went with the gold. It works really good with her hair. And it ties in that moon too a little bit as well. So I'm really liking that. And actually, had we not have done the moon gold, I'd probably do her wings gold as well. But I think doing the black wings, it's going to look really, really nice. Thanks, Michelle. I think, well, I've got this black fine liner here. Just going to color in these little dots as well as this gem on her dress. And then next time we'll just come back in with some highlights to make it pop out a little bit, I think. Yeah, her background looks a lot better. She looks stunning. She's definitely going to be a focal point now, especially with that dress. Actually, there's one more thing here. I'm going to color in this lace kind of black too, I think. Could do it white, but I'm going to do it black. Just so it kind of stands out. And we can always change it. If I do want to switch it to white, we can always change it in the future. And actually, I think I might. But that is it for now. And I will hopefully see most of you at Nick and Tina's stream tonight. And I will be back again on Wednesday. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Take care, and I'll see you next time.